So it would appear that Eric at Therefore Games has realised that we've cottoned onto this infinite idea and now the tokens are kind of trivial to collect. Either that or he has some really high expectations for the amount of time people will play this to gain tokens, because sweet holy Jesus, 1,200 is a lot of tokens. Whoa! Okay. I mean, I have said that the sort of the nature of the game and how it's sort of designed to be replayed and replayed and replayed was, I think, part of the reason I haven't been playing this for quite a while. It's part of the reason I stopped for a bit. I don't know if I said in the last video I uploaded as well that I did feel that I was starting to get a little bit of an itch, which I normally associate with, honestly, getting a little bit depressed. Which not because of playing the game, mind you, but I recognise in myself that I do go through cycles where I have, like, you know, high mood, low mood. It's a thing. I recognise it, and I know when the, you know, and I know what the warning signs are these days. I didn't always, but certainly getting a little bit too interested in one particular hobby is usually a sign that I'm not in the greatest place. And yeah, I realised how much time I was throwing at, you know, trying to unlock all of the divines and trying to work out the requirements for all of the mythic emblems and the like. How much time I've been throwing at the wiki, and decided that it was probably time to take a bit of a step back and just, you know, just to calm down a bit. Because it's one. For goodness sake. Da. Oh, have I misread that then? Oh. Yes, okay, I've read it backwards. Silly. Okay, that's fine. I'm not going to profess to having any self-diagnosed mental illnesses. The depression has had a diagnosis. Mild depression, mind you. It's not exactly debilitating. It's an irritation. I don't consider it to be in control of my life or anything, but I do certainly have periods where I just, you know, suddenly feel compelled to work myself to near burnout and then just shut down completely, which is kind of a sign as well that things aren't going great. But yeah, the one of the things that did put me off was I feel like this is kind of structured like a mobile game. I mean, this is a client, not client, but, you know, it's a desktop version of a mobile game. Or rather, there's a mobile client. Why am I saying client so much? There is a mobile version of this desktop game. And I get that, but it's also, it plays a little bit like a, to my mind anyway, you know, the kinds of games where you're just encouraged to, you know, sign in every day, do the thing, and I would understand that if it wasn't a paid game, because I don't think there's any real benefit to having people playing very frequently and very regularly. I don't know if Steam records and utilises any kind of stats around, you know, your play times or what have you. I know they do for their own games. They record things like, you know, number of players playing games of TF2 and, you know, what maps they're playing on and things like that. Which, yeah, it's stuff I'm vaguely interested in. I like data. Okay, fine. Do I want to pop a shop at 30? Oh, choo. Ooh. Very spicy. Well, that can tell me if it's a Rapture or a Doom. We have Star Pond, we have a Rapture, we have an Elysium, and a Hell. So it ain't this round. That's fine, so we're going to abandon. Because I really do want to just unlock the special stages. If I get to the Scout Mastery level 3, then, you know what, that's a nice bonus. And certainly something I'd like. Wait, what does that do? Some sort of clasp? Loop. Okay. Time not associating that with the Adventure Zone. God damn, I love that podcast. I sometimes wish for an Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind scenario. Or Red Dwarf as well. Red Dwarf did it. Being able to selectively remove parts of your memory so that I could experience certain forms of media over again. Because I would happily replay Chrono Trigger. I'd love to experience Chrono Trigger blind again. That was a phenomenal experience. I'd like to play the Mother series again. I'd like to play Doom. I'd like to see that for the first time and just, like just how much of an impact that had in my life. I'd like to feel that again. And I think part of the reason I've got the Vaporwave avatar on, okay, cool, is I do have something of a, you might call it maybe an unhealthy relationship with nostalgia. I really want to, I want to relive old times, old, I don't want to say glories. I've done some things of worth in my life, but not tremendous things. I think compared to a lot of people, I've achieved a lot and done a lot, but yeah, I would love to go back and just relive certain movies, games, books. I'd like to read 1984 again. I'd like to watch 1984 again. I'd like to read the Discworld books again, or okay, or Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I mean, God knows I've read that enough times. But I'd love to do it fresh, and to not know how much I was about to love it. But I recognised if I were able to do that, I would just rot. All I would do is repeatedly read and play, read the same book over and over again, play the same game over and over again. And I think it would be quite damaging. Like, I wouldn't grow as a person. I would just do my favourite things repeatedly. And you know what? It would feel great. And it's like this Lotus Eater machine problem, though, isn't it? That if you've got everything you want, why would you ever do anything else? Human nature is fascinating, and I sometimes am made quite uncomfortable, really, by how much human endeavour is spent, and I've probably spoken about this before because I have some strong feelings about it. How much human endeavour is spent in studying how our brains work, how, we're such predictable creatures, and then exploiting that. Okay. It's like the whole Skinnerbox thing, Like, people have realised that people like, it's like Balatro. Number go up. Monkey like it when the number go up. Cookie clicker. Anything like that, really. And I am a massive fan of number go up. I know I am. But I also know that science has been studied quite significantly. Oh god, how do these... 242214. I think I know how these work. But I need a 4 to do it. This could be spicy. Yeah, there's a 4, right. So I need to solve that. Excuse me, this requires some thought. I need to be able to solve around to here, actually. So one of these two is. So that is certainly safe. So need some clues. Need some clues. I was just thinking before I started playing this session, actually, that I know I could get some more out of the special chests, but I never. I don't want to unlock them, but I think I do know how to unlock this. nice. So that is safe. So that is it. So it's 2, 4, 2, 2, 1, 4. I need another clean 4. There's 2. Right. So that's one. Oh, you cheeky little mare. Right. This could be something. So I can do 2. Not that one. 2, 4. Need another 2. So I can nail that on overcard, overglean, well, overflag it. So I can do. Say it with me now. 2. Not that one. Not that one. 2, 4. Need another 2, don't I? Another couple of them, actually. Ugh. Pop those, though. There we go. 2, 4. 2. But then I can't do that one. Yes, I can. 2. 2, 4, 2, 2, need the 1, 1, no, 1, that's dangerous, 1, yeah, 4, I can do it, so we do 2, 4, 2, 2, oh dear, 1, 4. Is that not it? God's sake. I don't understand how this works after all, do I? Do we need the chest on the field to do it? I thought something dropped a key if I did that. Well, never mind. You know, you try to be clever. I thought the idea that you were supposed to card those cells in order. Maybe I did it wrong. I've been known to do that. Anyway, what do you give me? More rare loot, unseal my slots. Don't care, but I will take it for the extra gear, perhaps. Really? Negate me. Okay, that's funny. Convert the target chest into an item. You know, I'll pop it. I don't know how I feel about Crystal Ball. Oh, it's cheap though, and it does mean I get something useful rather than a potential omen. Can't be both of those. That's got to be one. That cannot be one. Surely these early. Can't be both that. These early. Mystic statues are really risky. Can't be. 2 of them have got to be there, and 1 of them's got to be around here. Yeah, okay. Let us just have a look at how that special stage stuff works, shall we? Coders. Code the indicated cells in order. Still man. You see, I thought I did that. Hint sign says a password or sequence numbers. There's a secret in a stage of 10 key. Hint sign says password or sequence numbers. Do I have to do that? Ah. Yeah, okay. Password. Stage. Yeah, okay. That might be my problem then. So in the first half of the quest, use the hint to obtain the treasure key. Right. Really? Password keys. It says the password such as sequence numbers, yeah. Maybe that was my problem. Maybe I needed to do that on the stage that had the chest in it after all. Alright, well, I don't have any paper on hand to write down passwords with, so, you know, not a big deal. Where was I? I don't know. I'm pretty prone to losing my train of thought. Ah, hello. Duplicate items reduced to be whatever, but that just gives me some free pathfinding. I hadn't appreciated when I was last playing this that the way that the chests work isn't quite how I thought it was. I thought it was guaranteed to give you an item based on the type of chest it is, and that's sort of true. It's actually the case that really? Yeah, okay, fine. This is not good. One of these two. Joshing here. Yeah, I thought that's how it worked, and it turns out it's it will generate a guaranteed item from that chest type. So you know, your scout chests generate scout-related items, and it's always like an item that. Oh, okay, cool. That's okay. It's going to be a little bit hard to use because 6s aren't that common in this quest, but fine. It's not bad, and it's a passive, so I like it. If I find any way to generate monsters, that'd be nice. Is that when you reveal? Yeah, okay. Okay, so, you know, if I get a summoning circle, I could do something with that. Yeah, I thought you were guaranteed to get an item, and it turns out that it's actually, you're guaranteed to get an item provided that the current stage power would allow you to generate one of those items. So the reason that sometimes chests don't generate items, now it hadn't even occurred to me, is that if you find your chest on level 1, then the value of items you can... So I think I've explained this in other videos, but the way that your chests work is that based on the sort of stage power and you know your mods on it and what have you, you're entitled to loot of a particular quality, and if your stage isn't difficult enough for chests to generate any item that is associated with that mastery, then they will just contain a random cheap item, which is why you tend to get keys in the early stages, regardless of if you find special chests or what have you. So it just hadn't occurred to me that even the cheapest scout items do cost a little bit. Oh, okay, fine. It feels like my codex. I don't think I'm interested in it. I don't kill many strangers, because Mama didn't raise a murderer. I never did do the Undertale. Okay, I think that graphic has changed as well. I never did do an Undertale genocide run. I tried, but I got stuck at Undyne, which is curious because I've played Deltarune and I've legitimately beaten the. I mean, it can't be spoilers by now. It's been out for a long time. It's been out for a good while. So spoilers for Deltarune, I suppose. But I've beaten the Roaring Knight legitimately at the end of chapter 3. I can hear running water, and I wonder if my shower's dripping again. It's not really going to do much harm, just a bit of a waste of water. Never mind, it's stopped. Yeah, I think so. Which, I mean, it took a while, but there was like when you get the hang of it, it's a fun fight. It's difficult. I'm not denying that. So, we need to guess, but we... Really? Come on now. I was going to say we need to guess, but there's only 7 monsters. Well, Well, at least it was the low end of the damage, so there's no harm done. Skip through on more special state. Oh yeah, okay. I forget. 38. Let's buy something. Propane, yeah. I think we like both of these actually. And then I think we beef up the goblin stage.
Hello.
Because we're going to get a lot of cash by doing this. I would hope. Combined with, so I add up all of these threes. There's 12 of them, I think. Right. Yeah. That's cool. So that's already almost paid for itself, actually, in one go. Oh yeah. That's the. It's the expensive but highly reliable 50-50 resolver, and you like to see it. God, Miracle Seed really likes Scout, doesn't it? Wish it wasn't a double. Yeah, Vaporwave is one of those things that I kind of... If you don't get why people enjoy it, it will be hard for someone to convince you to enjoy it. And I understand that. So my best mate is an enjoyer. Certainly of, well, we're both fans of the Molsoft niche. I also quite like Fruit to Get Aero personally, but I know it's I like Molsoft, I like some Fruit to Get Aero. It's Utopia Virtual, I think, is what does it for me. But I'm not going to go into Vaporwave subgenres because, gosh, that is just about the most indulgent topic of conversation you can possibly select. And oh, there was one single 4. You know, I know better than to hold my bones with that as well. Improve your pathfinding. Do I? 2%. Oh, gain whenever I'm untouchable. Okay. Yeah, alright. Right, okay, I'd misread all that then. That's good. That's what I wanted. You like to see it? Divine Gear check. That is omen proofing, straight up. Right. Oh, and it's large. Right. This run has some great potential. So I could get some decent items, not particularly at risk. Between 10 spawner hats, don't care, fill the inventory, gain a codex slot, or rather, fill out a codex slot. Yeah, okay. Just like that. Oh no, that was a different run, so diamonds are just diamonds. I'm glad that... I was going to say I'm glad he's added more way to unlock Diamond in Disguise, but no, that the item I got affects diamonds specifically. So, okay. That is one of the more stunty Chivos. Which is, you know, it's whatever. The game does feel like it's kind of designed for you to go infinite at some point, because otherwise you don't need such specific scenarios to crop up to unlock certain things. Pathfinding's paying off. Up to 40. I don't know how you unlock those skins. I don't know if it's just a time thing. Blight, I don't think I've got a special stage unlock here, but I do have some reasonable chance of unlocking a ugh. There you go. Hello. Of unlocking another level of scouts if I'm fortunate. Oh boy. Boise, Idaho. One of those, yeah. And one of these. This sucks eggs. 1, 2. That's one. Oh wait, I can do more here, can't I? Because this can't be both of these. That's got to be one. Yeah, there you go. I swear, there are answers more often than I think there are. And I jump to guessing far too often. So often it's just not necessary and I'm just not seeing the patterns. It drives me spare if I go back and like rewatch old videos, because I do sometimes. And just I see the mistakes. And it must feel awful actually, like watching this as someone who, you know. Oh, very nice. Another one of those. Yeah, I'll take 2. I mean, I really could have done with the travel brochure one. We get teleport to another stage. Yeah, don't care. Yeah, don't care. Use me. Hello. Alright, yeah. What you got? Apples. Alright. I am not touching the plant with a 6-foot-long greasy pole. Because I've got a bit of a run going here, like a bit of a, not a synergy exactly, but I do need to hold on to my legendary. Desperately need to hold on to that. It's quite important. And I wonder if I shouldn't be wearing a jumper soon. It's getting a little chilly. It's been a lovely day. Oh yeah. This is why I really like the Pathfinder. The Scout. It just keeps getting better and better. What are we on now? 44? Yeah. Yeah, we're not getting the special on this one again.
Let's get you patched up.
Well, I used to kind of think she was an elf, and she isn't. She's just wearing a surgical mask. Huh. Funny the tricks your eyes are playing. Although, I think... is that Dr. Scrubs? I'm not sure how it is in the States. It's... the way the NHS works over here, I quite like it. They're really open about pay scales and the like. And I didn't realise... well, I mean I did. But sort of. That the job you have, there are very specific uniforms attached to every job, so you can always tell at a glance, if you know how it all works, who is doing what, from like custodial to different kinds of medical practitioners. Which, you know, in a pinch, you know, when you're in a crisis, you absolutely need to get the right people on the right job. Yeah, it's great. Now then, what did that just do for me? I'm on pathfinding of 56. You know, we may just pull it off. Discharges when you spend coins, game handed down. I don't want anything that'll sap mana from my... only one stage left though. And it's got some utter tosh in it. If there's anything good in the shops, I'll take it. That's very good in the shops, but it overrides my divine. But it's a good... like it generates cash. But it's expensive to use, it's a lot of mana. Shopping bag, item shops never run out of items. No, we don't, because I need to save cash for harbingers. Gold, everything, spawn 10 coins. Yeah. Spawn 5 coins, 45 when you collect coins. That could be okay though. then we use a way gate and we go to an old stage, Elysium, because this might beef up the pathfinding just a little. This could also be Cruel Hubris. Because I've got a bit of a run going on here, but I'm still not invulnerable, and it will behoove me to remember that. Anyway, there's one down here, there's one along here, there has to be one here, and there can't be one there. Yeah then. Oh. Scummy. Very scummy. One of these. I mean, that is safe. Yeah. One of these, so that has to be. That doesn't give me much to go on. All around here. Yeah. That was dumb. So, one of these two, so that one. Right. Is that the hook? It might be. We have been riding the luck train all the way to the end of the station. At the end of the line. Just chances to... okay, fine. Well, it's a little more cash, which is always welcome. I'm up to maximum pathfinding now. Which means I think I just need to finish the quest. If needs be... Toxic Cell's okay, yes. A-King is okay, if I don't make a mistake. Zombie is okay, I think. Stage power, okay. This is... Unit B, yeah, okay. Unitator 5-5. Make a mistake, apply electric. Dark Hearts activate additional times equal to the number of visible electric cells. Activate the effect of a different boss when a Dark Heart is collected. This could be awful. This could be genuinely foul. I am cutting you off at this. Ugh, no. Because, yeah, we could go real hard here. For God's sake. The trouble is, there were too many nasty bosses that can just end you. Like Doomsteed, I think he's a bit quite bad on a Harbinger's level. What's his name? The monkey. I don't remember his name. I don't like him. Not Knuckles, is it? It's something along those lines, though. I don't like him. It just damages you on Dark Hearts. And I know there's enough of a pool of Dark Hearts that I could... It's quite diluted. I could have ridden it through to the end. But, oh... So many shouldas. So many couldas. Well, anyway. I mean, it was a good run. It was a fun run. I don't begrudge that. So, I've had a nice time. I'll see you later.